something. We for our children. We for safe neighborhoods. We for City Hall that's efficient. We want to make sure that we hire our folks in town. We want to make sure we complete a development project in this town. We will make sure our neighbor's home is not in foreclosure and the banks are working with us to solve these problems. We want to make sure Oakland schools are the best in the state. We want to make sure our children can reach their full potential. Are you with me on that?
We are a city that's often 2 or 3 cities. And you know, I always knew this. I worked in some tough areas. Sylvester Grisby and I worked on the new 81st Avenue Library. We helped save the Elmhurst Library. I spent a lot of time at Castlemont. Trying to keep the drug dealers away from the front door of that school when I was a school board member. But it's only now in this campaign I have to tell you, I've walked to so many doors in East and West Oakland, and I think it's appropriate that we're in a church today, that I see that there's 2 cities in the issue of hope for our kids. The young people here today were so bright and so beautiful, but I can't help but thinking they have a greater chance of dying from violence. They have a greater statistical average of dying from juvenile diabetes and living less long as their grandparents and their parents. They have less of a chance than I did to go to great schools and to universities. And that just shouldn't be, because it makes us really 2 cities. When I walked in some of your neighborhoods, I cannot believe the garbage on the streets. And I promise you, one of the first things I do when I'm mayor, I'm taking Public Works and Waste Management. We're just going to drive around the streets and pick up everything. Because that wouldn't be tolerated. That would not be tolerated in another part of Oakland.
Be blessed, my brother. Be blessed, my sister. Be blessed wherever this life leads you. Let me encourage you. Let me speak life to you.
So, the idea behind the town hall is that, a lot of times people say, oh, it's up to government, to do something, right? It's about us and it's about our communities. And so we're going to split off into 5 different breakout groups. And so if all of us leaders can come up here.
This is a list of what we would like, and that is the freedom to walk the streets safely, to be able to be free from noise and public nuisances, to have police who care about people, who are friendly, and put the needs of the people first.
We're going to try to help educate people, especially about health issues, which are very important in our community.
So we identified the real and the ideal. So, the real problems and some of the ideal things that we want as young people. So you see, as well as up there, nutrition, as well as healthy foods, as far as in the cafeteria in the school, that they receive, as well as gang violence, is a real issue, as well as racism from teachers, and as well as counselors. So public transportation.
Workshops for youth teens. We need workshops because we just need to get out to the community and make sure our youth is not into the streets, it's not into the gang violence. It's just all about education and getting ahead. Housing for foster youth. We all know the statistics for the foster youth. Not many graduate from high school. Not many go to college.
That if you want to get ahead, you've got to have an education and understand that. So we need to come together as a community, break into small groups, and begin to develop ourselves and the know-how on teaching our children which way to go.
We really see that there's 2 cities here, that many of the services that we get in the rest of Oakland, people don't expect here. There are a lot more murders here. There's a lot less retail. And we thought it was really important to try to empower and involve people from East Oakland, because if East Oakland moves, the whole city moves.